Hello everyone, my name is Xianghui Yang and I'm excited to share our work about surface reconstruction at CVPR2023. The title of our paper is Neural Vector Fields, Implicit Representation by Explicit Learning. In our work, first we propose a novel 3D representation called Neural Vector Fields for better 3D field representation, which bridges explicit learning and implicit representations. Second, the differentiation-free characteristic provides model design flexibility and avoiding potential problems with the sub-gradient operations. This allows us to propose a learnership codebook in the feature space, which uses vector quantization strategy to provide cross-object priors. Third, we conduct extensive experiments to evaluate the effectiveness of our proposed methods, and our NVF achieves the best results on all of them. Let's delve deeper into the specifics of our approach. The neural vector field representation returns the placement of the query point towards the underlying surface. It combines the strengths of both explicit and implicit methods. Similar to explicit learning, our method allows direct manipulation of meshes through deformation. Simultaneously, it serves as an implicit representation and can calculate distances and directions for surface extraction. Prior methods based on unsigned distance functions return only distance information and relied on model differentiation for obtaining gradients as directions. In contrast, our NVF encodes both distance and direction fields, enabling us to obtain them directly in a differentiation-free manner. This characteristic grants us more flexibility in designing network structures, including non-differentiable components, such as vector quantization. We leverage this by introducing a codebook and incorporating cross-object priors into our framework. Our frame architecture comprises three modules: feature extraction, multi-head codebook, and field prediction. Our framework takes the point cloud and the query points as inputs, encoding them into a feature map. We then search for the closest codes in the multi-head codebook to obtain discrete features. Finally, multi-layer perceptrons predict the displacement for each query point. To generate a surface mesh, we employ the margin cube algorithm. In the feature extraction module, we encode the input point cloud into point features. For query points, we sample their nearest key points and extract features based on their positions to obtain query embeddings. Given the continuous query embeddings, we identify their closest codes from the multi-head codebook to obtain discrete features. The codebook is jointly optimized during training and stores cross-object information. Specifically, we first split the continuous embedding along channel dimensions into H segments corresponding to the head number in the codebook. We then search for the closest codes from the corresponding subcodebook based on equality and distance. Finally, we concatenate the H discrete codes along channel dimensions and output the discrete embeddings. With the continuous and the discrete embeddings at hand, we utilize both by concatenating them and using them as guidance to predict the displacements for all query points using multi-layer perceptrons. To extract the final mesh from the field, we employ a gradient-based margin cube algorithm. Briefly, this algorithm detects whether the adjacent corners lie on the same side or opposite sides of the surfaces. To demonstrate the effectiveness of our NVF, we evaluated our framework on 4 tasks. We adopted evaluation metrics such as chamfer distance, osmolar distance, and F-score. Our first experiment focused on category-specific reconstruction to showcase the representation ability for a single category. Our method outperformed existing UDF-based methods, achieving a new state-of-the-art. Visualizations demonstrate that NVF produces smoother surfaces with fewer holes, such as the back of driving seats. Furthermore, we conducted category-agnostic and category-unseen reconstruction experiments to explore the generalization ability. We trained models on 4 base classes and evaluated them not only on 4 base classes, but also on another set of 4 novel classes, unseen during training. Since other implicit methods can only handle watertight shapes, we reported the results for watertight and non-watertight shapes separately. Our method outperformed others by a large margin, both on base and novel classes. Qualitative comparisons revealed that our method reconstructed faithful surfaces, resulting in better visual effects. Examples include undercarriages of planes, small bumps on watercraft, table legs, sides and seams of benches, and smoothness of watercraft surfaces. Here are 360-degree visualizations for watertight reconstruction results. Here are 360-degree visualizations for non-watertight reconstruction results. In addition to focusing on intra-domain performance on the ShapeNet dataset, we also explored the cross-domain abilities. All models were trained on ShapeNet base classes and directly evaluated on the MGN dataset, which consists of garments. The quantitative comparison indicated that our method outperformed others across all metrics. Qualitative visualizations supported this observation, highlighting our method's ability to faithfully reconstruct crinkles on shirts and pants. We also conducted ablative studies to evaluate the effectiveness of the proposed multi-head codebook and the influence of hyperparameter, the feature number key. Complexity analysis was performed as well. Results demonstrated that a large feature number generally yielded better performance, but at the cost of memory. However, using the codebook improved overall performance across all metrics. Complexity analysis showed that our method required only 50% of the inference time and 70% of the memory compared to NDF. This is due to the avoidance of differentiation of the distance field. Additionally, we found that the introduced multi-head codebook acted as regularization, reducing training time as evidenced by faster convergence in loss curves. So that's all about our work. If you are interested in our NVF approach, you can find the codes and the paper using the links provided. If you have any further questions or inquiries, please feel free to reach out to me.